a number of items as well.
Mr. Betteroff.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Swear again like that. That was, you know, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
I like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
Old nose. Give me that big bitch. You know,
yeah,
like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving on up in my biz, cluck cluck, running. You gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Hello, loveys. Is this thing on? How are we? Happy Thickims Thursday. It is November 20th, 2025. And we are gathered here today to talk all the shit. Okay? What a week it has been in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I have clutched, I have clenched, I have kegeled all over town. And like everyone, we've had things to do, right? We're busy. We're in not only Thickum season, but we are heavily into the holly jolly season. Ooh, is she holly? Is she jolly? She's something, right? She's Thickums. And oh, Taillight Fairy said, I just came here from Court TV. Oh, wow. How are you? I was there last night with one Vinny P. Okay, just oh. Well, it's going to be one of those nights. Okay. Just bear with me. So I was on with Margaret. She was actually lovely. Okay. She didn't even fight me. I said, oh, Margaret, are you changing your tune, lovey? And I think she said, yeah, she did. She's saying, possibly we all don't like Proctor. And I said, oh, this is a little different than what we were used to. Oh, am I still frozen? Can you see me? All right, wait till I come back. Give me put up a 1, loveys, if I'm here. Or am I not here? Oh, Jesus. Really? She leaves for 4 days and she's gone. Oh, not frozen. Oh, she's back. Okay. Hi. Oh, wouldn't be a me stream if there was not some sort of technical issues. So let us pray. Okay, thank you. Oh, look at loveys. There we go. We're all together. Perfect. All right. So I was on with Margaret. She gave me the business a little bit, but Vinny is Team Karen. I am Team Karen. And like, I'm excited for the civil suit. I'm very excited for the new lawsuit that dropped just this week against the House. We're going to call them the House defendants. Like they're the House salad. Right? They have croutons, they have blue cheese, probably a shitty dressing, if I was a guessing woman. So let's go over everything. Tell me everything that you're doing. Team Karen Reed, love it. Oh, did Lizzie file for divorce yet? 'Tis divorce season for anyone that potentially lives in Canton, lives in Massachusetts, really. Like, everyone find an attorney. Vinny, you love Vinny. Oh, I love Vinny too. He's kind of my favorite. So he was great last night. And I think that I'm going to tell you this, guys. Will I be going out to supper with Vinny Politan and his wife? And listen, I'd go out with Margaret. The only one I wouldn't go out with is Kevin. All right. I wouldn't go out with Kevin because I feel like he would probably have an allergy, that would affect the table. They'd be like, oh, he can't have oil or bread, like he would have such an allergy that it would affect my dining experience, and I don't feel that comfortable with him. I've also fought for my life in his yellow cottage before. 74 people just fighting for my life. Who is she? We don't know. All right, so let's get into the news. Oh, cottage cheese is lactose intolerant. Stop it. Stop it. I'm obsessed with you. Okay. So now I'm going to start with this because this tickled my fancy to a point where it shouldn't have. Okay. We got a new sheriff in town. Not really, but figuratively. His name is Adam Deutsch. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I like it. Deutsch, right? I shot my shot, Loveys. I did. Sent him a little note. Well, I don't know what it was. A reply, a something, a comment on Twitter. So let's bring that up. She should have had this prepared. Woo. Okay. I'm going to pause that. I've made choices, guys. We're going to get rid of this right now. We'll bring it back later. Okay, I'm going to share it. Just find the buttons. Add. No. Add. Yes. Share it. Potentially. Yes. Share. Sharing is caring. All right. Put it up. All right. Like riding a bike, babes. I'm always available. All right. So, thank you. Good to see you as well. And Vinny is better than Julie Grant. Babe, anyone is better than Julie Grant. Can we agree on that? Can we agree that Julie Grant, there is something that feels off in a chakra. Not even sure if that's accurate, but it feels that way. When she speaks, I'm just like, ooh, gives me the eye twitch, the good old eye twitch. And we know I got enough going on. I don't need an eye twitch. So look at here's where I shot my shot with Deutsch Boy, the Deutsch man. It was pretty sweet. So I said to him, he's like, oh, hey, babe, I'm going to put my hat in the running. In the running for what? Norfolk DA. I said, oh. He goes, oh, no, I said, Adam Deutsch, I would love to interview you regarding your newly announced campaign for the district attorney in Norfolk County. I have a small YouTube channel covering local cases and trials. And then I put my little Nurse Kim boobity bee bop right there. And I gave him my email at legalnursekim@gmail.com. Hope to hear from ya. Do I? If you're interested. Thanks to all the loveys for showing up and showing out on that. We got 680 likes. Will he like it? Maybe not. Maybe he won't be into it, but I am. So that was great. Then we found this. I was like, hot. He did a little video and it's everything. Let's watch it together. Ready? All right, go away. Oh, look at that fucker.
Everyone deserves to live in a community where we feel safe.
Tell us,
where
Adam.
we have trust in our leaders to serve with competence, integrity, and professionalism. My name is Adam Deitch. I grew up in a community with safe streets, good policing, and faith that those in power were honest, hardworking public servants. Until 10 days ago, I served as a federal prosecutor in
10
Boston.
days?
I took on cases throughout Massachusetts, bank robberies, gun and drug cases, child exploitation, cyber stalking, and all kinds of fraud. But what I've spent most of my time doing is trying to root out public corruption in our state, including and especially right here in Norfolk County. I left my job in the U.S. Attorney's Office because when I see a problem, I want to solve it. Over the course of my career, I've learned that the overwhelming majority of police officers and prosecutors work hard and do the right thing. I've also been proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with members of law enforcement who work tirelessly to keep our streets safe. But I also know there can be grave consequences when they don't. I've seen firsthand what happens when police and prosecutors take shortcuts, rush to judgment, and then stubbornly won't consider other possibilities. That's what's been happening in Norfolk County for far too long. That's why I'm running for Norfolk County District Attorney as a prosecutor, not a politician. Norfolk County deserves leaders we can be proud of, who serve with honesty, transparency, and accountability. This campaign is about more than electing a new district attorney. It's about building a culture of accountability and integrity where professional police work protects victims, not insiders, and where we follow the evidence no matter where it leads or who it implicates. That's the standard I've lived by prosecuting corruption throughout Massachusetts, and that's exactly what I'll do as the next Norfolk County DA. Together, let's build a district attorney's office we can be proud of.
Babes, did that tickle your fancy? Did it? Oh, I'm frozen again. Did that tickle your fancy? Because I can't. I'm obsessed. He is the first one who has come out and actually said he's going to do something. Why do I believe him? I don't know. I don't know. Talk dirty to me, sir. Because you just came out and named everything. You named him. You pulled a Sutton from Beverly Hills. Name him. Name him. He put Karen's picture behind him. Yep. You got my vote. I don't vote there, but I'm very into it. So that was Adam. What do you think? Tell me everything. Is he going to be DA daddy? I feel like it is. Oh. Oh, BMP said, my fancy has been very much tickled. Okay, this is a nighttime stream, so that's fine, babe. Tickle away. Oh, like I believe him. Also politicians, but he gives me, somebody wrote that he has like a Alan Jackson vibe. I'm feeling it. You know? I'm sorry, that head of hair. I'm sorry, that beard. Oh, he moved, babes. Like, you don't even know this, right? Okay, like word on the street. It's been in an article, so I'm not making it up. But so like 10 days ago, he has left his job. He wasn't let go. He was literally like, I'm about to make a change. I'm a change agent. Hot, first of all. Secondly, he couldn't live in East Boston. So he goes and he moves to Quincy. Bold take, Cotton. But you just moved to Quincy? You were just like, oh, I'm repositioning my life as a 42-year-old, full head of hair and bearded man? Yup. I'd like 14 of them. Right? And everyone else, like, God bless the other candidates, but like, what were you going to do? What were you doing? I need you to talk shit. I want you to tell me that you see what is happening and that you do not agree, that you are absolutely not buying the bullshit that has gone on in Norfolk County for as long as one can remember, right? Then we have the silver fox, Tim Bradle. He comes in hot yesterday. What does he say? He posts to Boozy Beauty, who she's a TikToker, a great TikToker. Well, you know her. Stop. And she covered trial 1 and trial 2. She's local. She does all of that. Like she does stuff with John Como. And Tim Bradle says to her yesterday that he doesn't believe that Michael Morrissey is going to be running. It's time. Send me away. Put me down the river. Because if it's going to be the Deutschman, all right, if it's going to be DA Daddy, let's go. All right. Dejuna is very nice. I think that she is eloquent. I think that she is lovely. But I need a little fire, you know? Do we not? Oh, look at Jeannie says, I love Boozy. We need fire, right? DA Daddy for the win. Oh, more. Oh gosh, Naughty's Treasure says Morrissey needs to be running into the abyss. Morrissey needs to be running, and I mean that with all due respect, as a Thickims Thursdays participant. I mean that in like, you know, I get a little nervous. He looks like he's one fart away from a cardiac event, right? Like a vasovagal situation to all my nurses. You know this, right? Like, you know that he's relatively close to something blowing a gasket internally. And I mean, you know, I want him to run. I want him to walk first. So we'll walk before you run, good sir. But wouldn't that be something? Maybe let's get him a little Ozempic, right? Because, you know, men over 40 are really pumping up that market. I should too. As a lady who's going to be 40 on a Monday, so rude. You know, pump up the Ozempic market, I guess. But a little Ozempic, a little pair of New Balance, and let's fucking go. I want you to run your little meatball ass right back home. Okay, your wife's calling you. And you can eat the meatball sub, just have a bite of it. Everything in moderation, Morrissey. And, oh, does anyone have proof of life on Causey? No, we don't, Kelly. No, we don't. Unfortunately, that was on my list of things to talk about. So let's go, because you have ADHD and so do I. So we love Deutsch. We're voting for Deutsch. Anyone who is out there, if you know him and you think, hey, he wouldn't mind coming on Nurse Kim's house, bop over. I'll put on a cup of coffee, little Zabars for you. What are you into? I'll make it happen. I'm the hostess with the mostest. Come on over, Deutsche boy. And so now let's go into AIDAN. What a world. Who am I with on Sunday? It is Sunday service with Mr. Betterow. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He's got a hunter green hoodie on, which I'm going to like try to match hoodie energy with him this Sunday. Yeah, I said it. He's coming back. He's coming back over. Thought we had a falling out because he didn't answer me for an entire day. I think he was on the moon. I think he was literally working or waiting possibly for Cosgrove to respond, because they got an extra 3 weeks to do so in the Commonwealth. And I had asked Mr. Betterow on Sunday, I said, what's the over-under that Causey gives you an actual response, like when it's due on Monday? And of course, Mr. Betterow, professional as they come, he goes, I have nothing but faith in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that they will do the right thing and we will get the answer. Oh, well, hey, babe, as of 5 p.m. end of business day on Thursday, November 20th, 2025, Stugotz, we've got 0. No response. No response. What? So then I panic and I go, excuse me, I took a PTO day for December 5th. What are we doing? And he's like, bitch, we'll figure it out. Like, we're going to have to be doing something. But also, AIDAN and Mr. Betterow and Mr. Bradle deserve to have an answer. Like, what is happening? Also, where is Causey G? Is he alive? Does he know anything? I don't know, because I know that he has an inside scoop on something. But I get worried. Did he break a hip? Like, you know, there's things that could happen when he's almost Walker adjacent. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost time. Does he need a lifeline? I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, Judge Doolin just sitting there being like, Mr. Betterow. Sorry. It could happen. But we are still waiting, right? So guys, I don't know what is happening. I don't know how you can flagrantly, like, only in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are you allowed to like have a deadline and then just really not, you know? Like, deadlines are for pussies. I feel like it might be some sort of power maneuver, but also, like, what are we doing? Isn't this a court of law? Are we supposed to be like, it's rules, the rule of law? No one follows it. You're a specially appointed prosecutor, Robert Cosgrove, just chilling on his time. It's on Cosy time. I don't know, man. Okay. Oh, or we should do a welfare check. See, that makes me sad. See, I don't want that to happen. God forbid. Oh, geez. All right. Sorry. Tiny Mary and Tiny Jesus in the Boom did not like that. Okay. They said, stop that. Don't talk about him. He's totally fine. Maybe he just needed a little milk of magnesia. I don't know. You know what I mean? He needed a good BM before he could get it. He could file. I don't know. We're hoping for tomorrow. Okay. But poor Aidan, talk about living on a prayer there and like waiting for hurry up and wait. That's what it always feels like. And I'm wondering what like new judge who dis, what are you going to say? Because this has been bounced and it's been sent down, kicking the can down the road for so long that I'm just wondering, is new judge going to say, now we have a problem. We have a wee bit of a problemo, and call these mother humpers on their shit. If you don't, then I'm not going to respect new judge. So I want like a ruling of like contempt or some shit. I don't even know. Like, guys, I'm talking off the cuff right now, but wouldn't that be something? Could you imagine a contempt on Causey? Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that because that would definitely irregulate his bowels. And he doesn't he doesn't need that stress in his life either. So no news there. Let's hope we get it tomorrow because Friday is always a busy day in the Commonwealth. Next. Oh, I got to do it. I got to pull it up again. Jesus, Kim. All right. Hold please. We're going to talk Cox. Cox. Not that Cox. Commissioner Cox. All right. Share it. Sharing is caring. Boom. All right. Add it. Okay, babes. Now, I'm going to show you something, and you're going to be like, shut up, Kim. Oh, no, not there. How about here? Does this feel good? Yep, there it is. All right. So 3 hours ago, Teddy D, my homeboy, he goes, hey, Kim. No, he didn't. But, oh, fudge. Wait a sec, guys. What did the Post say? Okay. The Mass Post Commission has responded to Attorney Jackson's request to investigate the Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox's statements about former officer Kelly Deaver. Here's the letter. And yes, it is exactly what you would think it is, babes. It's bullshit. It is word salad. It is a like unbelievable string of words. I think there's run-on sentences. So I was very unimpressed, but let's read it together because you're like, bitch, stop it. So via email only to Alan Jackson. And it says, Dear Attorney Jackson, on behalf of the Massachusetts Peace Officer Standard and Training Post Commission, I'm responding to your letter of October 27th, 2025 regarding Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox. In your letter, you requested that the commission, quote, initiate a full disciplinary review for dishonesty, lack of candor, and conduct unbecoming of an officer under Boston Police Department Policy 102, beep-a-beep-ba-ba. Under the commission's governing statutes, and as relevant here, a, quote, law enforcement officer includes, quote, any officer of an agency, including the head of an agency. The city of Boston has informed the commission that pursuant to the department policies and governing statutes, that the Boston Police Commissioner is a civilian executive, not a sworn law enforcement officer. According to the city, Commissioner Cox does not personally carry out police duties and functions. Based in part on this information, the commission thus far has not required non-sworn civilian executives, such as Commissioner Cox, to obtain law enforcement certification, nor has the commission treated them as being subject to other statutory and regulatory provisions governing sworn law enforcement officers. However, the commission is currently re-examining its policies regarding civilians who are involved in overseeing law enforcement agencies. I blacked the fuck out. The commission thanks you for your informing us of your views on this matter. Bend me over without lube. It didn't say that, I just said that. Your comments have been influential with respect to the commission's ongoing refinement of its policies concerning the treatment of civilian authorities. While the commission would ordinarily forward a copy of your complaint such as yours to the relevant appointing authority, the commission understands that your letter was also addressed directly to that person, namely Mayor Wu. Well, we know she ain't doing shit. And very truly yours, Enrique Zuniga. So, okay. Loveys, I'm sorry. Are you fucking telling me that the commissioner of the Boston Police Department is not held to the standards of Boston police? Oh, wait. So those policies do not apply to Coxie. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Mountain. So what did I say? I go, well, I did say that, but then also I wrote, so you're telling me that Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox isn't held to post standards. That makes sense. Fuckery afoot, Commonwealth corruption. Translation. Okay, let's sit here. Let's translate it together. He is a civilian. He is a civilian executive. So he can, in theory, for all, intents and purposes, he does not answer to the post commission. Stop it. Like they can't put him on the disciplinary list for his lack of candor. They can't say, that he had behavior unbecoming of an officer. They're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. But thanks for your opinion. To Alan Jackson? No, you didn't. Stop it. Shut your mouth. Stop it. Because now you just gave Alan Jackson, in my opinion, like rocket fuel. And I don't know, because listen, me and AJ don't go way back like me and Mr. Yannetti, my bowl of spaghetti. But what I will say is this: giddy up, because this is about to be a bang bang like you've never seen before. The fact that executives that run agencies in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are not held to the standards of their subordinates, and then some, is absolute bullshit. It is a lie. It is a loophole. It is a Morrissey. It's a Morrissey mulligan. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. This is a Morrissey mulligan, and we won't stand for it. And this is what I love. Dr. Jen, AJ is pissed. You know it. You know it is. And when AJ, it acts like a dog with a bone. Ooh. Ooh. What are we doing? All right, we fuck. That's what he just said. $20 says he sent a signal message to someone today that said, "Are we fucking?" And Coxie better be prepared for what is coming next. Okay, Mazel. Next, absolutely. Jeno says next level bullshit. It sure is. And AJ is going to clean house. I believe it. James saying fire his ass now, like immediately. Also, Boston, like realistically, remove head from asshole at any point. Like your sphincter is tight here because you guys need to make some choices. We know that the woohoo isn't going to do anything. Michelle Wu is about as useful as tits on a bull. It's not a real comfortable feeling that I feel that she got CC'd on that, BCC'd, whatever that means, the email things. And like, okay, so she's on it. Wonderful. Okay, fantastic. She's going to say, not my problem. If it went to Maura Healey, she'd say, I don't care either. Right? So this is where the rubber meets the road. And I know for sure that AJ will not let this go. Do you understand me? Like, guys, I want you to feel like the feeling of Christmas morning when you were 6, right? You still believed, right? Thickims season. And it's about to get real thick, in my opinion. Code of conduct. Absolutely. And that is true too. They're supposed to be leading by example. If you're leading by example, but you don't have to follow the rule book. So what's your rules? Are non-civilians or no, are non-officer civilian executive leaders. Like that feels very adjacent to Judge Beverly Cannoni and her immunity that she would have. Like they set up the rules for all of us, the underlings, to have to obey, and it is rules for thee, but not for ye. Well, there's another bearded dragon coming around. We've got the Deutsch, and we also have Alan Jackson. In his name we pray. Thank you. Okay, so that was huge. I was like, oh, we needed to talk shit. Next up, let us go into another wild turn. Has your head been actually spinning this week, Loveys? I could not keep up with all the news. I was like, oh, another story. Oh, another story that matters to me or that I've been following. Okay, this was a great one. Let's talk about what Dee Dee posted yesterday. We're going back to Karen Reed, and the request was made. When was that? I don't remember. Well, whatever. It was ordered yesterday. So Commonwealth v. Karen Reed, in response to the Commonwealth's motion seeking clarification regarding sidebar transcription impoundment, the court issues the following order. It is hereby ordered that all sidebar conferences prior to both trials and occurring during the trials, other than those that discuss jurors and juror issues, shall be transcribed and made available. The court finds that good cause exists to extend the impoundment order for all sidebar conferences that discuss juror and juror issues. See Uniform Rules of Impoundment. So ordered, Judge Beverly Cannoni, who for the first time in her life was not full of baloney. This order comes down yesterday, and I go, shut it. When this gets transcribed, babes, do you realize we're going to need, I don't even know what we're going to need. We're going to need a cabin in New Hampshire. All right. We're going to go up. It's going to be me and 5 other women. We are going to do like the Fab 5. We're going to head up. We're going to highlight. It is going to be a week. We're going to be technology-less. We are going to only have beepers. We're going to bring it back. If our families need us, and not really need us, but like need us for an emergency. Is somebody injured? If nobody's bleeding, don't beep us, right? We're going to have a landline. And we are going to just be up 24/7, highlighting the shit out of sidebar. Because last night, when I was on with Encore TV, Margaret says, nothing new. There's going to be no bombshells. And I mean that lovingly. I didn't mean it like a bitch. But this is what I'm thinking. Oh, but there could be. And I feel like where the bombshell would live would be inside the sidebar transcript between trial 1 and trial 2, Commonwealth v. Karen Reed. And if you have that feeling or that spidey sense in you, let me know right now. Do you feel like we are going to get such bombshells that none of us know? Okay. I mean, Mr. Yannetti, my bowl of spaghetti, he knows it, right? AJ knows it. Kat knows it for trial 2. She didn't really trial 1. But I know, I'm telling you, babes, because that is going to be what they allowed in and what they didn't allow. So even when any shit got brought up and we took, and sidebars were half the damn trial. Like, let's be perfectly clear. There was more sidebarring than there was trialing in trial 1. So this is going to be huge. If you would like to go to a cabin with Nurse Kim and we'll bring highlighters, we'll have a dance party, and like we'll be fucking solving crimes, okay? And we'll be getting some justice. For whom? Officer John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. All right, let's go. All right, Jen Fox, you're on the list. The New Hampshire cabin. Oh God, I love it. Yes. Perfect. Ocean Beach Wave. She's coming too. Renee, I love it. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my girl? Emily? Oh, I'm sorry. Is Emily C coming with me? Is this happening? Where's my babe? Oh, she says, Kim, I've never been made for anything more. Babe, you're in. Okay. 1 slot is filled. We have 4 more slots. I love you guys. That we would have so much fun. And I'm not actually talking shit. You know, I will Airbnb us something. We are doing it. I don't know if you could take that much time, but we could maybe do a long weekend. That would be fun. Okay. So that was huge. Another win. Okay. We're just winning left and right. You're welcome. Then we had, oh yes, Sir Walsh a lot. What a nut. Okay, so I think this was Monday. Let's collect your thoughts, woman. Was it Monday? Nope, that was okay. All right, so this was the 18th, so that had to be Tuesday. Brian Walsh new filings include a change in plea to guilty on 2 indictments. I go, what? I'm sorry. Thank you, Kyle Sharkey, for posting this, and then I just did a little reposty. But I see right here, I go, I'm sorry. Number 290 is defendant's memorandum of law in support of his right to enter guilty plea on 2 indictments. I go, okay, like, so wait a minute. What he pleads on is very interesting because he pleads on moving a body after the fact. So that must mean, but he does not plead to the unaliving, the homicide of his wife, Anna Walsh. So I'm like, okay, what they're going to have to argue, or the defense is going to have to say that she died like of an accidental death, right? And then what, he panicked and moved her? And then he panicked and Googled what he Googled? Oh God, don't ever let me be panicked in that way. Oh, I'm sorry. Tammy says, Kim, you have to get with Melanie Little. She's thinking of doing a read party. I'll be there. You know I'll be there. That's my queen. Melanie texted me the other day, and we were just shooting the shit for a minute, and I love her. There is no one above Melanie Little, in my opinion. She is like a big sister. And I appreciate her. I will do anything she asks of me. I will be there with bells on. Yeah. And if you think Jimmy's not going, you're nuts. He's a girl. He's with us. Okay. A dramatic gay and the girls. That's what we do. So now, okay, stop sharing this. And we're going to listen to who's his dick? Brian Walsh. We're going to listen to him like plea. And I'm like, oh, he sounds like a nightmare too. Everybody, are we all blacked out right now? Are we in retrograde? Something is happening. I'll tell you that. Okay, so no, I don't care about that. Where's my downloads? I think I downloaded it. Download. Did I? Oh, I did. Okay, smart. Now pull this back up. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep this. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Sharing. Yep. Boom. Nope. Oh, frigger. Is that right? Oh, okay. Here it is. Now I'm good. Now we're good. Okay, adding to stage. Sorry, that was that was obnoxious. I'm sorry that took so long. And so again, this was Tuesday. This was the day, so it gets filed, and we're like, all right, bitch. And then we're gonna hear him talk. Also, I'm obsessed with this judge. I like her. I'm like, oh, babe, what are we doing? And she's like, not fucking.
Do you understand, sir, that you are pleading guilty to the following two indictments? Indictment 002, which charges willfully misleading a police investigation, a criminal investigation, in violation of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 268, Section 13B, and an indictment 003, you are pleading guilty to, while not being lawfully authorized by proper authorities, willfully conveying away a human body or the remains thereof in violation of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 272, Section 71. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you talked to your attorneys about each of these two indictments?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has counsel explained the elements of each of those two indictments?
Loveys, what does that sound like? What? Yes, Your Honor. I go, are we sedated? I don't mean that in like, I don't mean that to be fresh, but like you're fresh out of Bridgewater, my guy. And you sound it, you know? Yes, Your Honor. I go, oh, you good? You good, Miley?
That the Commonwealth would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand each indictment?
I'm sorry, what did you?
Do you understand each indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to defense counsel, have you explained the elements of each of the two offenses to your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to ask that the assistant of the Commonwealth, whoever wishes to do it, would tell me what the maximum and minimum sentences are. And I don't believe there are any mandatory minimum sentences, but you can tell me if there are.
There are no mandatory minimum sentences, Your Honor. The maximum sentence on count 2 is 10 years unless the investigation is into a capital offense.
Look, she slapped him.
It is a 20-year sentencing enhancement, up to 20 years. On count 3, it is up to 3 years in state prison.
Okay, this is a comment that needs to be addressed immediately. Lori, are you my soulmate? I'm sorry. She is Susan Lucci. I am unwell. What a correlation. Look at her. Now it's never going to be the same. This is happening. Oh, I'm sorry, Judge Lucci. I'm sorry, daytime Emmy a winner, Susan Lucci. I'm sorry, Devil Wears Prada, Susan Lucci. I'm sorry, Queen of Soaps. Treat her as such.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Walsh, did you hear the maximum possible sentences for the charges that the Commonwealth just recited?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand those maximum potential offense charges, sentences?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that I have the authority to impose consecutive sentences on indictments, meaning, for example, that the sentence on the second indictment would begin only after you completed your sentence on the first indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if I impose a period of probation, you will be subject to the terms and conditions imposed, including not committing any other crimes and reporting to your probation officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do it.
If you should later be found in violation of any of the terms or conditions of your probation, a judge could sentence you up to the maximum penalty allowable by law for any of the charges on which you have been found in violation of probation, and would be required to sentence you to any mandatory minimum penalty required by the law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand what I just explained?
Yes.
Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm not here right now.
Pleading guilty has certain implications for you, and I'm going to go over those implications with you now. First is DNA testing. By pleading guilty to these two indictments, you will be required by law to submit a sample of your blood, hair, and/or saliva, and that sample will become part of the Massachusetts DNA database.
Duh.
You will be required to pay for the cost of collecting, preparing, and processing that sample unless you are determined to be indigent, and failure to comply with this law will subject you to separate criminal penalties. Do you understand?
Oh, another war.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you still willing to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know earlier in the colloquy this morning, you told me that you were born in Boston, and I have no reason to doubt that. But the law mandates that I give you warnings with regard to immigration consequences, and I'm going to give you those immigration consequences now. If you are not a citizen of the United States, you are hereby advised that my acceptance of your guilty plea may have the consequence of deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, and denial of your naturalization request, all pursuant to the federal laws. Further, if the offense to which you are pleading guilty is under federal law, one that presumptively mandates removal from the United States, and federal officials seek your removal, it's practically inevitable that this conviction will result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, and or denial of your naturalization request, again, under those federal laws. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes.
Yes, Your
Has
Honor.
your attorney advised you of these consequences if you are not a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because the sentence for count number 2 could be a sentence, a state prison sentence of 3 or more years,
Okay.
I'm now going to give you what's called the habitual offender law warning, which I'm
Habitual.
required to give you. Here it is. If at some time in the future you are convicted or plead guilty to a third or subsequent offense that is within the category of offenses covered by the statute, then 1, you may be imprisoned in state prison for the maximum term provided by law for such third or subsequent offense. 2, your sentence could not be reduced or suspended. And 3, you may be ineligible for probation, parole, work release, or furlough, or to receive any deduction in the sentence for good conduct. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding what I've advised you with regard to these sentencing consequences, are you still willing to plead guilty to the 2 charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, all right. Yes, Your Honor. Wow.
The horrific circumstances surrounding the death of Harmony Montgomery are
it's
now
another sad. We'll have to hit that too another day, guys. But let me find. I wanted to pull up the court TV from last night because Rebecca knocked it out of the park. We have to give her all the props. And then we'll do one clip of me because we can do embarrassment. We can do embarrassment well. So let us see. Scoobity beep bop. Boom. Your Honor. All right, let's go back. Oh, hello? Jesus, take the wheel. All right, we'll start. Oop, right here. Focus. All right, gotta make it big. Sorry, guys.
From potential passersby. At some point further in the night, they carried or dragged Mr. O'Keefe's body to that same area in the yard.
So again, Lovey, sorry, I just wanted to tell you, this is last night, Court TV. Rebecca is team us. She's our team. She's we'll be shirts at skins. So wear shirts, and we're gonna have Kevin and Maureen be skins. So here we go. She did a great job. Let me speed us up though, because We're a little a little slow.
Hard. Close to where one or more of them later claimed Ms. Reed dropped off Mr. O'Keefe earlier that night. The plan was devised to make it appear that Mr. O'Keefe had been struck by Ms. Reed's vehicle and then died as a result of exposure to the cold. Mr. O'Keefe was either dead when the House defendants left him on the Alberts lawn, or he died shortly thereafter.
This is a very specific story and brings us to the first question in our investigation. Does the evidence support this theory of how John O'Keefe was killed? There have been 2 trials already, and a lot of evidence that's come out that didn't even get into the trial as well. Here to help answer that question, we've got journalist, host of the new YouTube series, Something's Off, Rebecca Lavoie is with us, and
Hello,
YouTuber
Rebecca.
and author of Storm of Suspicion, the Karen Reed trials, Kevin Lenahan. Kevin, you're gonna have to add another chapter after this 3rd trial to your book. All right, let's go at it. Rebecca.
Let's go at it.
What do you think? Does the evidence support this very specific theory of what happened to John O'Keefe?
Well, as you said, we haven't seen all the evidence yet. There was a tremendous amount of evidence that was suppressed by Judge Beverly Cannoni, who, by the way, just signed an order to make public the many sidebars, except for ones involving jurors in the trial. So we're going to learn more, I think, very soon about conversations at the stand about what we weren't allowed to see, medical evidence, testing done at the house and in the garage by the defense team, more dog bite testimony, more medical testimony from other experts. I think that there is a lot there. What we know is that he was not hit by a car. No doctor will actually say that he was hit by a car and his injuries match that, including the medical examiner. And we know that he has wounds on his arm that are dog bites and scratches. So, what we have here is much closer, I think, to what the prosecution said during trial, which was that she hit him with his car.
Kevin, what do you think about the evidence? Does it support this theory?
The theory is impossible based on all of the evidence. Instead of just stitching together little bits and pieces here that kind of fit a loose fictional narrative. Look, they were a block away, and Karen did a 3-point turn. 8 minutes and 4 seconds after that, she put the car into reverse at high speed, and that's a few seconds after that is the exact same time that John's phone shows that he stopped moving. Just a few seconds after that. So we have this down to within a few seconds exactly what time this happened. In addition to that, the GPS shows that as Karen is driving and arriving at the house, she never comes to a stop until she reaches a flagpole.
Right.
They just slow down, and she slowly drives to the flagpole. But yet now she wants us to believe that she dropped John off and he got out in the driveway and walked into the house. It couldn't have happened GPS.
Why is Kevin, why do you have yellow light in Yellow Cottage Tales? Get a white light. It is very uncomfortable for my senses.
Showed it couldn't have happened because she didn't stop. She's changed her stories numerous times. The only reason she's suing now is because she's been already sued. So she's going to be forced to answer her questions under deposition, under ooth. And we're going to see she's going to be confronted for the first time by the many lies that she's been told. The many times she's changed the story. She told that she, out front when she parked and John went in, she first told the story that she called and texted John numerous times from the street. Now, that's not in this new argument here because the phone records show that she didn't text or phone anybody at that time. So this is the truth. We may not have all the truth ever, but we have enough here to know what happened.
Rebecca, your thoughts about Kevin's view of the evidence?
Yeah, I think it's kind of ironic that we would talk about cherry picking evidence when we're talking about greatly disputed digital evidence that was sort of worked backward into a timeline multiple times by the prosecution. I do not think that the key cycle evidence, the GPS evidence, the timing evidence has in any way been thoroughly proven. We've got experts saying they mean different things. We do know that John O'Keefe had a head wound from hitting something either sharp or ridged on the back of his head. We do know that he had no broken bones, no bruising below the neck. We know that he did not die of hypothermia. And when I think about what a jury in a civil trial considers, they consider the what's more likely. And what is more likely? That somebody with no bruises, no broken bones, no hypothermia died by being hit by a car, or that somebody with a head wound and other indications of a tussle, including dog bites, died in a different way. And I think it's pretty clear which way I would go if I were a juror.
Kevin, do you think this is going to turn into a battle of the theories again versus just refuting a theory, right? Because now you've got the Alberts and law enforcement. They're the ones being accused, right? So they don't have to necessarily prove anything. They may have a cross complaint here that they may have to prove at some point. But for these particular allegations, they don't have to prove it necessarily, but they've got to show that it doesn't make sense. Do you think part of what they'll do is kind of redo the prosecution, what they laid out in terms of what happened to John O'Keefe?
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be in terms of the public, and this is, I think, why Karen has filed this now, is she's always trying to win the narrative over, and that's proven to be smart. The public tends to look at the odd things and try to get an explanation for them instead of looking at the fundamental evidence. That's what Rebecca just did here. The fundamental evidence hasn't changed since the first trial when it comes to GPS data. It's not really in dispute. And you're not really finding any experts nationally that are saying those are dog bites. So in a trial, defense teams have a way of finding people that they can pull forward for one reason or another. I think the public is going to continue to seize on whatever works for them, and you're going to see this on YouTubers that are going to whatever gets the most views. They're going to sell that version of the story. And I don't know Rebecca's channel, but she's probably going to do the same thing.
Right here, any Mark, get set.
Okay, both guests staying with us. Right at time for that segment. We got another one
Look at him.
coming up next.
Look at
Does
Vinny.
the evidence support the allegations of collusion?
Oh, the colluder.
The case was correct.
Now we're going to tuck and roll. We're going to do a one segment. So proud of Rebecca Lavoie. Also, what a what a queen. All right. Look at our redheaded, just bombshell. I'm obsessed. Now we'll laugh at me. We'll clutch and clench, lovies. Does the evidence support? Oh, wait, we got to go back here. Boom.
The vehicle to the death of Mr. O'Keefe.
And let's get to the next question in our investigation. This is the one that I think made this trial what it was, right? This wasn't someone saying, I'm just not guilty. Someone saying they were framed.
Vinny is hot.
Does the evidence support these allegations that Karen Reed was framed?
I was just reading that.
Again, not just that they're covering up their own behavior, not just an allegation that they're doing that. An allegation they're covering up their own behavior and then framing someone else for a murder that she didn't commit. That is the allegation they're making, folks. All right, here to help answer that question, registered nurse Kim Whalen. She's also known as Nurse Kim on TikTok and YouTube. And Margaret McLean, former prosecutor, host of the podcast, It's a Crime with Margaret McLean.
Guys, take a minute. Take a minute. She was in her UPS driver outfit. I had the UPS vest on. Stop it immediately. I would have just, damn it all made sense at the time.
Great to have you both here. All right, Kim, what are your thoughts? Does the evidence support these allegations of Karen being framed?
Stop it.
It sure does, Vinny.
Yeah.
And I think it always has. There has been a huge swelling of information post-trial coming out regarding Michael Proctor and some additional information of his behavior and conduct in additional extractions of his cell phone. I don't believe that this happened overnight, but I believe that Karen Reed is the catalyst that will show what was done in the dark in Canton on January 29th, 2022 will come to light in this civil suit. And I especially go back to that embedded glass that they stated was in her Lexus SUV in that bumper. And it was never that. It was reported as that by Proctor, but those 5 shards were found and they didn't match any of the cocktail glasses. And then you go back and think of the initial investigation by Canton PD while it was light out because we had video of the Canton police doing the layer by layer with the leaf blower, and it was light out. No red or clear plastic was found. It was always a frame job.
Margaret McLean, does the evidence support the allegations that Karen Reed was framed?
Come on, Margaret.
So I want to go back to basics, and according to the law, remember, Karen Reed, the plaintiff, has to prove her case. And the evidence can't be, it's direct evidence or circumstantial evidence, but it can't be based on conjecture, guesswork, or theories. So if you really look at that and analyze it, there's no...
It can't be based on conjecture or theories, which is exactly what the Commonwealth and what Mass State Police, including Michael Proctor, fed to all of us at home, to the jury, to everyone in the United States and beyond, was their theory that had changed after they initially believed there was a domestic incident that occurred at 34 Fairview. Okay, continue of your back to basics, Maureen.
Supporting evidence of where that glass came from. There's no supporting evidence that Proctor actually planted that, any shards. There's no photographs of it. There's no direct testimony, not even circumstantial evidence. There's no evidence that Karen was framed. And there's also no evidence that a fight took place inside the house with all these people as witnesses. We have, remember, testimony from Ian Whiffen where there was a little circle where maybe O'Keefe was in the garage for all of 3 seconds, but how could he have been pummeled, as the civil complaint says? We have to go back to the basics of the law, that she has to prove her case by a preponderance of the evidence. So again, the facts must be supported. And we can't go on all these theories and conjecture, because that's in the dog bites, another thing that was in the complaint. That's another theory that's not supported by direct or circumstantial evidence.
Kim, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to the allegation that the evidence is merely conjecture.
Yeah, I don't see it as that. I also see us as having a time frame in the Sally Port that video was never produced, and it was hidden, and it came out in dribs and drabs. And you do see Michael Proctor at the back of that right rear taillight that was sold to the Commonwealth and to all of us at home and to that jury, that it was the driver's side, but it really was the exact reverse. And it was Proctor standing at the right rear taillight when it was in that Sally Port. I think that all roads lead to Michael Proctor on this one.
Margaret, and where is the line for you between conjecture and circumstantial evidence? I mean, most murders that we cover here on Court TV, there's no video of the murder. There's no picture of it. Most times there's no eyewitness to it. So prosecutors routinely put things together. So in this case, Karen Reed and her team have to sort of act as prosecutors in proving their allegations.
Right, exactly. But circumstantial evidence, it's got to be pieced together, and a jury can't, the judge will explain in the jury instructions, it can't be, it might be weird that Proctor was like kind of seen near the car, but what does it really prove? And it might be weird or not great that Sally Port video was produced in drips and drabs, but what does that prove? So I'm going back to, there's weird things, but you've got to look at the evidence and what supports her facts in every single count of the civil case. And I, we don't like Proctor. I'll agree we don't like Proctor. There might be something to that, like one of those charges, but I can't see this, big conspiracy in the house with the dog and the McCabe's and the Alberts and the Higgins and back to the phone. So they threw away the phone in a dumpster. But again, what does that really prove? She has to prove her case by a preponderance of the evidence. It can't, and that's above, it's 51% and above. If it's 50-50, we're not.
Babes, this is when I blacked out. I blacked out on national TV, right? Because I said, I'm sorry, babe. Are you telling me what does it prove? You just gave me, Margaret, you beautiful broad. You just said 8 different things. And said, and Karen needs to prove it beyond a preponderance of evidence. And we know that is what, 51%, right? It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. Look at that face. Look at my face. I'm like, I got a full-blown eye twitch. I have bubble guts. I don't know what is happening. And I am like, if they couldn't prove that Karen did this beyond a reasonable doubt, and we had so much reasonable doubt, and the stair steps, right? If we think about the stairs that go up from, for your levels of evidence, it is unprecedented in this case, in my opinion. I've never seen anything like it. And we know this inside and out. We know this case. And when you think of all of the, well, that's weird, but where there is smoke, there is fire, lovies. And I tell you, there is at least 100 instances, and then put me in, coach. As soon as I get our little hands on those sidebars, life will change, okay, as we know it. I'm telling you right now, will that be what potentially is able to solve the case for Officer John O'Keefe? Because there will be different rules and regulations of what is allowed in for civil court that was not allowed in by the hands and the discretion of Judge Beverly Cannoni. Look at Vinny's face. Vinny and me, same. My paisan.
Really sure what happened to John O'Keefe, then it would be a loss, or goes to the defense.
All right, Margaret McLean, Kim Whalen staying with us. When we come back, and this is an important one. This is what I'm hoping for. Will the truth be revealed?
There was no collision.
He's like, oh, will it? And I'm like, I don't know.
A little bit personal.
3 years, Karen Reed.
We want to hear
Karen Reed was dragged through a baseless criminal prosecution engineered by individuals who abused their authority, manipulated the investigative process, and trampled her rights. Our complaint lays out in stark detail the malicious prosecution, the conspiracy, the civil rights violations, and the intentional misconduct that these defendants visited upon an innocent woman. If these defendants want to answer for that under oath, we welcome it. What we will not do is legitimize a threat to file some imaginary defamation case. That threat is nothing more than a desperate attempt by these defendants to distract the public from the very real legal jeopardy they now face. When people start waving around defamation claims to mask their own legal troubles, it tells you everything you need to know. They don't want sunlight, they want silence.
Now, here is Jim Tuxbury's statement. He's the attorney representing the Alberts, the McCabe's, and John Higgins.
The allegations made by Karen Reed are entirely false, defamatory, and without merit. Our clients categorically deny each and every claim. This lawsuit is nothing more than a continuation of a baseless conspiracy narrative that has caused significant harm to the reputations and lives of innocent people. Our clients acted responsibly, fulfilling their civic duty as witnesses, and have participated appropriately in the legal process from the outset. Ms. Reed's claims distort the facts, misrepresent the evidence, and target private citizens in an attempt to deflect blame.
And that brings us to the final question in our investigation, which is, will the truth be revealed through this civil litigation? Still with us, Nurse Kim and Margaret McLean. Margaret McLean, your thoughts. Will we get closer to the truth now?
Kim.
With everyone having to testify and be deposed and get records that we didn't get before?
I can't.
Well, we may have some aha moments. We'll have to wait and see. However, with this case, it's the most unique case I've ever analyzed. And I think truth is in the eyes of the beholder. So what I believe to be true, based on the facts and the evidence, Kim may think the opposite, and her truth might be opposite of my truth. And, in the long run, if some, there may be some big aha moment.
Okay. So I don't like that. All right. And I don't like that because of this. First of all, common sense investigator, Lord, are you kidding me? Us together? I can't. I would love it. Oh, I would love that. But when Margaret says that, my truth will be different than Kim's truth. Well, funny story. What I'm going to have to say to you guys right now, I know this might be controversial. The truth is the truth. There is no my truth and your truth when it comes to actual factually what happened, right? There is his side, her side, and then the truth. There's three sides to every story. It does not matter what I think. It does not matter what Margaret thinks. It matters what actually happened. And it is my firm belief, and it will be until the end of goddamn time. Sorry, earmuffs, Tiny Mary and Jesus. That Officer John O'Keefe was never struck by a vehicle, and a vehicle never struck Officer John O'Keefe. Therefore, ergo, babes, Karen Reed is not responsible for the death, for emotional distress, because she suffered her own. And at the end of the day, the suit that was brought against the House defendants, which I will never get over saying that because it is fucking 10 out of 10 House defendants, they, I believe, will be held responsible in some way, shape, or form. Because the more we get into the weeds and into this Proctor shit and into how deep these layers went of this onion, I'm telling you, babes, I have never been more having faith in the fact that Officer John O'Keefe will have justice. Swear to God, I'm telling you. There was a time right after trial number 2, I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I could breathe. I was so happy for Karen to finally be able to relax, to just relax and try to get a little sleep. I wanted Mr. Reed and Mrs. Reed and Nathan and Kelly to finally be able to try to get a semblance of normal back. And although it will never be the same, I just felt like they had one bit to breathe again. And it made me also sad at the same time because my heart broke for Officer John O'Keefe and for his family, no matter if they agree with what I believe happened. I just wanted them to have justice. And I firmly believe that Karen going to jail would not have been justice for their son and their brother and uncle and friend. And now I am more confident than ever that there will be justice, and justice will be done. And I think that Officer John O'Keefe from heaven, and maybe, Nana Phyllis, I think everybody upstairs is working overtime. And what really happened is going to come to light, because sunlight is the best disinfectant.
But if if not much more comes out than what we already know, again, it goes back to a very polarizing case, as you guys mentioned in your opening.
I didn't just mention it. We lived it, Margaret. We lived it. Before we run out of time,
we did.
I want to bring in Nurse Kim. Nurse Kim, do you believe the records that will be exposed and some of the testimony and the areas of the testimony that will be compelled, do you think we'll get the truth this time around?
I'm hopeful, Vinny, that we will, because in the end, for the O'Keefe family and for Karen Reed, I think that is the best to give that peace to the O'Keefe family and to the Reeds. I do not know if we will get that, but if there are different rules and we are able to get additional discovery and things that were not allowed to go in front of a jury in a criminal trial, perhaps there would be that final aha that gives that peace to the O'Keefes.
So in about 20 seconds, Margaret McLean, the fact that Karen Reed will, the other side wants her to testify, she'll have to testify.
And?
Does that change anything
Yes,
here?
she will.
And?
I don't think it'll change too much. I think she'll be prepped for her deposition. It'll take a long time. Remember, it's a civil case, so there's going to be loads and loads of depositions. And I practiced, I did civil defense work, so this will drag on forever. But she will be prepped, as will the other side. So again, I don't think she's going to suddenly say, oh, I really hit him and no. But, will the truth, unless somebody in the house suddenly flips and says, you know what, we were all in on a conspiracy. Now that would make it interesting for sure.
All right, we are out of time, unfortunately. Kim Whalen, thank you so much. Nurse Kim, Margaret McLean, thank you. It's a Crime with Margaret McLean. Nurse Kim, TikTok, YouTube, check them out. All right, almost all the time.
My gosh, what an angel. All right, that's my guy. I can't even help it. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up what he's putting down at all times. Okay, so listen to me. Wasn't it crazy? Wasn't it like is everybody, I want us to all get our frequencies together. Okay, let's try, because I know that we're in retrograde. I know that the planets are fucking harboring resentment towards us, but we got this. Okay, I want us to have a good holiday. I want us to I'm definitely covering Walsh, and I have faith, and just keep your faith, lovies, because I think that if this momentum continues, there is no stopping what is coming. And I feel like it was fated. Do you know what I mean? Like that this was predetermined. Mr. Yannetti, if you go back in the hands of time, he said, even at my house, when he did an interview with me, he was like, hey, Kim, there were times that this felt like it was already determined, right? Like he was like, that my hand was already going in the right direction, and that he was divinely protected. And I feel that way about Karen, and I also feel that way about AIDAN. So if you do, then you're on my same, you're picking up what I'm putting down here, because AIDAN, all of his charges need to be dismissed, and Karen needs to absolutely not only have her case dismissed, but she needs to win her suit against the House defendants, and potentially Mass State Police, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and beyond, because that is deserved. Because God gave his battle to the strongest of soldiers. I may have collapsed. I may have collapsed halfway through, okay? I could have been here to support on the sidelines, but had I had to go through the fire, think about it, lovies. The people who were picked for a bigger purpose than all of us, in my opinion. And rest in peace, Officer John O'Keefe. Now, one more thing before we leave, because I want to do dance party, and then we'll do super chats, because that's what we do, right? We gotta clutch our pearls and breathe, because this is Nurse Kim's creed. What? Thank you, Toy from Red House Media. Where does she live? We'll find her. I know she's there somewhere. But we got to get our music on. We were listening the other day. Oh, what are we doing? Ooh, well, that's not where we're going. No, nobody cares about that either. Where does the YouTube live? I just want to see actual YouTube. Thank you. Find me. Clutch those pearls. Breathe. Oh no, take your time. No worries. Not like I'm live or anything. Oh, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. Oh, there's also another people that I like. So Toy 74. There she is. Look at I'm a customer. That's what I do. If I was Toy. Donde está usted? Oh, Loveys, if you want, please go to subscribe to Toy. She's one of our chat rats from Chat House, Rat House Media. Okay, let's make her big and I'm small. And dance. Bow, bow, bow. Anytime. Oh no.
Clench.
Very loud. We're too fast. Here it is.
Here we
Pick 'em. Come on, pick 'em.
Scalpel so sharp when I step on the scene. Facts on deck, my cut so clean. Dear little sweet, baby Jesus, grab that spleen. I clock your vitals while you spill that tea. Truth got pulse, you flatlined on me. I scrub and clean while y'all talk cheap. I chart receipts, no gossip sheets. Next patient, please. I don't treat deceit. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like Ivy's feet. Going for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed, no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of the creed. Talk your shit, I sterilize scenes. Burn through lies like I'm autoclave steam. Mask on tight, can't breathe my air. Pressure so thick, it'll cold you there. Vitals jump when I walk in clean. Truth gets served while you spill that tea. Calm as a cut, no shakes, no plea. I'll make the facts bleed, pretty for free. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like Ivy's feet. Going for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed, no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of the creed. You still with me, Loveys? Don't chase clout, chase context. Oh, dear sweet baby Jesus. Half these takes need triage.
What?
Read this chart back, word for word. Every line I spit is a fact confirmed. Perception versus projection, same disease. Only truth gets sanitized by me. Blues Clues, motherfuckers is Debbie. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed.
Woo! Thank you, Toy. All right, Loveys. What a fucking banger, man. I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word and I shall be healed. Toy, thank you. All right, babes, let's rock and roll together. What? The Goodmans have been a member at my house for 14 months. I didn't even know I did this for 14 months. Is that accurate? The Goodmans, you've been here since the beginning, since day one. I'm going to get emotion. I'm going to feel the feelings on a Thickims Thursday. Thank you so much. I love your faces. I appreciate you. And to my KC paralegals, been a member for 2 months at Nurse Kim's house. I've been a member longer, but love you. Listen, babes, you don't need to be a member here, okay? You've served your time in hell. If you've been here for a month, I'm thankful. I appreciate everybody just for showing up and hanging out with me ever. Allie in Texas has become a YouTube member consensually at my house. Stop it. Stop it. And Kathy Mayer also became a member at Nurse Kim's house. It feels illegal. I thank you deeply. Venus Blue Trial Bunny says, Kim, please get in on sidebar reading with Emily. Done. Noted. If I could be Mr. Yannetti, our bowl of spaghetti, it only makes sense. Correct? Yes. I could also dress up. I mean, there's things I could do here. Janelle, thank you so much. You 2.0 unlocked queen in your, at a water something. You're at a lake. Are you at a lake? Are you at, okay, what lake are you at? Let's do who is she? Janelle, all right, she ran track in high school. You can tell why. Legs for days. Also, she, in my mind, is at Lake Tahoe. Her family has a cabin there. Shall we read the transcripts in Lake Tahoe? I don't know. Can we get Spirit Airlines? I'll take a Greyhound in the sky. I'm not afraid. But if you've got a hookup at a lake somewhere, let me know. We'll do ice skating. We could have definitely hot cocoa, and we could bring a laptop to do a Sunday service with Mr. Betterow. All I'm saying, just figure it out, Janelle. Thank you so much. Kiki says his background music should have been Vanilla Ice. If there's a problem, you'll solve it. That is so good. Oh, that should have been. We could see. Let me see if I could call. I don't even know what Vanilla Ice's phone number is, but we should tweet him and see what he thinks. Analog 1260 says, not only is he finer than frog hair, but he doesn't sound like Peter Griffin. He has my fancy tickled and flabbergasted. You, are we like horn dog loveys right now? Also, I'm into it. It's a nighttime stream. You know, do you, boo? Okay. I think that there's going to be a lot of women that are thinking to themselves, you know, hey, I'd let you try me. Stop it. Okay, I gotta go. It's late. Oh, Lisa Hammerly, thank you for being a member at Nurse Kim's house for 3 months. You are incredible, the smartest and the prettiest to ever do it. And she would vote for him from Texas. Of course you would. I would too. I'm not in Texas, but I'd absolutely vote for him there. Ocean Beach already named him DA Daddy in tweet to let him know last night. And I donated. I live in Delaware. Oh my gosh. He resigned and sold his condo. Hot wood. What are we doing? You're just like selling your, that's so hot that you were just like, I'm moving to Quincy. It's bold. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like repopulating myself, not populating, establishing myself in a whole new county because I can do that shit because I saw corruption. Ooh, help me, sir. And Anna says Cassie could be up in the balcony insulting the Muppets again. Has anyone checked? Oh, Cassie, what a little shit. Betsy, God, I love you, full stop. Betsy, God, I love you. Can we do twinsing? Shall we twinsies with our glasses soon? Okay, I love that. Also, Betsy, if you're around, I was thinking about doing something Nurse Kim. Like, I feel like we should do like a Sunday Holly Jolly. I want to do something. I'm thinking about doing something maybe on the 7th. Is anyone around on December 7th? Because that's the only weekend that I really don't have anything like, you know, Holly Jolly related that, or family related or kids related. And I was like, we should probably get together. Fucking, I don't even know, maybe have like a hottie. No, is that hottie toddy? What is that drink? Yeah, maybe. Or we could have like a Moscow Mule and we could like make reads. Should we do something arts and craftsy? I don't know. Maybe I could just bring you something that's artsy and craftsy and we could just talk all the shit together like we do at a Nurse Kim event. I don't know. Let me know if you're interested. If not, I'll fuck directly off. But I love you guys and I wanted to see you around the holidays. And Love from Texas says, hi, Lovey, love your face, from Yvette and Michael. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months at my house. And Phil McCracken says house defendants plus house salad equals house dressing. No croutons for you, Mr. Betterow. Love your face, Nurse Kim. That is incredible. No croutons for you, Mr. Betterow. Yep. Oh, house dressing. But I like sometimes, I'm thinking about Olive Garden right now when you hear your family. You know, I like that. I like that house dressing. I put it on my chicken. You ever done a marinade? All right. Maybe that's weird. And Lisa Hammerly says he cannot have blanket immunity either. Get his ass. Sue his ass. Sue all their asses. Asses are to be sued. Sued with no lube, right? Like, bend over, ass. Okay, that was aggressive, but you know what I meant. James says, girl power. It's not 1950 anymore. I want to be the other gay at the cabin. Oh, well, we can be gay for this day. That is fine, James. Put your application in to New Hampshire cabin transcript weekend. If the girls are all right with it, it has to be, listen, it has to be consensual. We're not doing non-consensual male guests. But if you are gay adjacent, we would love to have you. Thank you so much. And Nancy, thank you for becoming a new member at Nurse Kim's house. And Analog, you said mass is nuttier than a squirrel turd. The courts remind me of a crackhead that would sell their car for gas money. Well, there's nothing really more to say there, right? A crackhead that would sell their car for gas money. I've never felt more alive than I did reading that comment. Thank you. Mrs. Poxy, wait. We're going to the new Parks Place in Florida for the long weekend of reading and dissecting the effing sidebars. Love your face. Actually, okay, loveys, take note. If this is a real offer from Parksy, this is an actual, this would us be living a good life. This would be us living like the 1% that Parksy is, okay? I will forever be a Timu Mrs. Parks. I could never, okay? All right? Even if I found myself independently wealthy, I would never be Parksy independently wealthy. Yet she's the most grounded human being. She just got a new place. Where, you ask? Florida. Parks all right, can it be me, Parksy, and Jimmy? How many can we fit? Because then, loveys, we could have like, it would be warm, all right? We could be outdoors and we could tan our bodies. I'm sorry, vitamin D, give it to me. I want it all. We'll also have like large brimmed hats because we're ladies of a certain age. But that would be the best time. All right, okay, do we want New Hampshire or Florida? I'll do either. You're the boss, I'm the horse. Parksy, I love you. Thank you so much. And then we have N Wings says, Thickims. Thank you for being here, babe. And Music to My Soul says, I feel like there was so much Yannetti and Alessi could answer in their YouTube interviews because it's related to the impounded sidebars. I love to know what else they could answer once they're released. Music to My Soul, who's the bitch that's going to ask them? This girl right here. You know, where will I be? Sneaky in those DMs. The 2 DMs that I answer. Are you shitting me? I'm going to be like, oh, Mr. Yannetti, the sexiest man alive bowl of spaghetti. What are we doing? Tell me all of it. And you know what? I think he would. I think he'd tell us. I love that. It's a great idea. Whoop, JK, I'm pulling you up. I liked it so much. And Kelly, Chloe Bit Deutsch, got no quit, says, picture it, Unimpound Town, New Hampshire. All the greats are there. PJ, snacks, pearls, rewatching the trial, and then reading sidebars in real time. Oh my. Actually, that's real. Put me in a fireplace. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could do either. Are we Floridian or are we new? I love that too. Picture it. There's nothing I like more. Well, I actually don't like winter. Winter really sucks, ass. But there are pretty things. Maybe we could have a boy that plows like the driveway if they needed one, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. And then we have HB Sunrider says, do you remember the Durst trial? Chopped up his neighbor, but not guilty on murder charges. I do remember that. I do remember. And it's like, I just find it so interesting when we see how are you fucking saying that you moved a body after the, how did you move a body, but you didn't have any part of the body fighting itself there? And I will never, no one's ever going to tell me that if it was an accident, that you wouldn't have called the police. Like, it just, that's always a stretch for me. But I know that there are people that have used that as a defense before. You're absolutely right. And Michael Montante, another great Thickims Thursday. Keep up the great work. Oh, Montante. And analog 1260 says he is either bright as a blackout or the hospital was in Narcanistan. That would be when we're referring to Brian Walsh. And that feels very, very on par. That feels, and I know that they ask you, like, are you sedated? Are you on Haldol? Well, they don't ask you if you're on Haldol, but like they ask you, hey, you know, are you under the influence? And he's like, no, it's medically prescribed, Your Honor. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. And, you know, he just sounded, if you know, you know, all right. Like, that's not just, it's like vocal fry psychiatric style. And then if common sense was leather, this guy couldn't saddle a June bug. That was 10 out of 10. You guys, listen, nobody's chat is better than you. That is true. I know it. You know it. Mandy427 says, last of the Mohi Kim. Look at, I can't. That's us. And Dr. Jen has been a member for 1 month. And she said, Kim, I'm such a fangirl. You're so funny and cute. Stop it. Stop it. No, I'm not. You're cute. You're the cutest. You're the cutest. Stop. And Motions in CPA became a YouTube member at my house. Thank you so much. Oh, I love your cartoon. I have a cartoon too. Mine flips people off. That was probably inappropriate for Mr. Deutsch to see. Like, he was probably like, oh, and I was like, oh, I have a small YouTube. And he's probably thinking to himself, oh, and what does she do? Does she flip people off? And it's like, not you. I wouldn't flip you off, but I'd flip off our enemies. Like, and maybe you could flip them off with me, Deutsch. You know? Like, join the club. I don't know. Possible. Okay. And then Tony Ann says, coming from California to the cabin in New Hampshire. Yes, you are. We need highlighters and a portable printer, a 3-ring binders. Oh, do you not love a 3-ring binder? Guys, you know I'm pen and paper. I'm an elderly woman. I'm 3 seconds from getting an AARP card. Actually, it was violently brought up to me, violently and very rude, that I am turning 40 on a Monday. Like, that feels like a double whammy. You know, you can't hit me on a Friday night or maybe even a Saturday, but a Monday. Like, this too shall pass, Satan, not today. But there is something about a 3-ring binder, an incredible highlighter, and a 1.5 pen that is a Papermate. It's a Profile Ball 1.4. Can't tell me shit. When I have stationery that is crisp, and I can document things and make myself lists upon lists upon lists, I've never been happier. So those are just things that nobody cares about that I just told you. Sorry about that. I would love to do it though. And Ocean Beach, I read this. I put it up on the screen, but I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who. New Sallyport video where you can hear talking about a fight in basement. This is, guys, this is unconfirmed. But can you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And then Kelly Dever, the Dever Beaver, the angry beaver of Kelly Dever, and a Grahe would find out that, like, oh, she knew. Stop it. I'm just saying. And Jay Strickland, ultimately, here or eternally, John's killer will be judged. Truth and God's judgment can't be denied. Oh, amen, Lovey. I think that is perfect. And Mrs. Parks also has been a member at Nurse Kim's house for 12 months. Because why? She's a glutton for punishment. She's my friend. She's one of my favorites. My favorite people in the United States of America. Parksy, I'm going through it right now. Maybe you don't know. I actually don't know. But like, I'm on a struggle bus. I'm trying. But what do you girls think of this bomb ass song about their mama? They actually like it. Of course they do. The one thing when they're like, go talk to your little friends. So mean, teenage girls, very rude. I feel assaulted at all times in my house because sometimes when they turn their energy from each other and like the shit talk, the shade that is thrown in my house, I'm like, oh, I mean, it's building character, I think. And I'm not the one throwing the shade. I receive shade. I'm like, can we love each other? We're different branches on the same tree. And they're like, okay, anyway, go put a pimple patch on. And I'm like, it's aggressive. But they do like the song. And I've had to be like, well, we don't need to say bitch. But that's, listen, they're 15 and 16. Say whatever. They're probably saying worse all the time. Get a life, Kim. And thank you to LL Macy Girl for being a member for 14 months. You have been at my house since I started too. Guys, I'm going to cry. Stop it. You don't have to be here for that long. That's so nice. I really appreciate you. Oh, and Nerdy Nurse Blair says, happy to finally report to the staff meeting. And she's been at my house for 8 months. She's been reporting to staff meetings, Blair, for 8 months. You're incredible. No one does it better than you. And Lauren Mraz loves the song. I remember for 13 months, guys. I have to bid you all adieu. I'm going to have to let you all go. This feels like I feel like I've captured you, but I really appreciate it. And I love that. I love this, Kelly. For all of us, we're going to figure out where we're going. Are we going to New Hampshire or are we going to Florida? And Warwick, Rhode Island has been a member for 1 month. Great time tonight. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you for being here, my friend. And Ocean Beach. Kim, you took December 5th off. I bought an airline ticket to hear Mr. B. Oh, Lord. I'll be there the 7th. Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, let's make it happen. We'll do a holly jolly extraterrestrial. I'll be Mrs. Claus. All right, we'll dance up as dance up. We'll dress up. Could we do I'll think of it. Let me put my thinking caps on and we will think of a Christmas spectacular for Sunday, December 7th, right? Let's do something in the afternoon together. I'll cater it. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I'll feed you. You'll be happy. And then to Ice Latte Addict has become a new YouTube member. Thank you so much, babe. And the other Mary B says the CW is like meth heads. Stop. CW is like meth heads digging imaginary bugs out of their cratery faces, but with indictments. We got a crackhead selling a car for gas money. And now we've got the meth heads digging imaginary bugs out of their cratery faces, but with indictments. I can't, you people. You're so funny. Stop it. Okay. And Susie McDermott from Texas has been a member for 12 months, a whole year with me. Are we in a relationship? What are we doing? I love your glasses. You're so pretty. We love you in Texas, Kim. Love your face. I love your face. And a Live Laugh Lawsuit, sick handle. We love you in California too. Well, I love you fucking here and everywhere. And Venus Blue Trial Bunny says, we will never, ever call her Dever. Oh, I love you. I love you too. Guys, 10 out of 10 tonight. Misfit Joy says, my 17-year-old refuses to believe you're over 30. Oh, shut it. Stop it. Jimmy told me that I look 16 and pregnant. And that was actually aggressive. Gave me the little fat girl part, but it tells me I'm still young looking. Thank you so much. And to Music to My Soul, NK School Supply List, Jimmy can teach class 10. Yes, noted. 100%. Oh, I love that. And to Iced Coffee Latte Addict, gave me $1.99, said, bitch, don't spend it all in one place. Listen to me. Is there anyone better than you? No. We have 8 o'clock Sunday, Mr. Betterow. The House did a vote, right? They did some vote for the actual Epstein files. It's coming. It's coming. It was voted. One dickhead said nay. Well, you'll know that, dickhead Magoo will find himself kicked out of office. But the files are coming. Justice is coming, and Mr. Betterow is on the verge, in my opinion. I know nothing because but things are percolating around the trafficking and around the abuses that we heard about previously. I can't wait to talk everything with him on Sunday. And guys, remember also that Friday is the busiest day of the week for news. We always, Friday afternoon, you are blacked out in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts because they are potentially crackheads and meth heads just doing all things, right? So we know that they like to hit us with chaos, and we're ready at any given time. So I will be here 8 a.m., bells on, pearls on, tits in and tits up. There we go. We'll say tits up. And we will have a Sunday service to remember. All right. I love your faces. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Great job on the news.
Thank you.
We will, Courtney and I will share what happened when we went to dinner last night, Sunday dinner coming up. And as I